I just have to do this on Wednesdays. Alright. So you can't talk and stuff, alright? Who is this? Covington Credit? Who the hell is Covington? Hello?
Hi, I'm sorry, I'm looking for Celia Mucho.
You got the wrong number.
Oh, okay, sorry about that, thank you.
No worries.
She got the wrong number.
Got the wrong number. Alright, so no talking for a little bit, okay?
Okay.
I'm just going to do this. What's up, y'all? We're about to get started here in just 1 second. Just checking my technicals. Making sure everything is running nice and smoothly. What's going on? El Haja Jamin? Jamin? We'll just call you El Haj. The NAS 100? He wants to look at the NAS 100. We love to look at the NASDAQ. That's a good one. Hi to you as well, bro. Give me 1 sec here. Just double checking some technicalities. Good, good. Looks like we're all running nice and smooth. Smoothie. All right, let's get it in. Let's go ahead and start it. What's up, y'all? Man, my stream got taken down yesterday because apparently I can't advertise anything. I have my buddy's program or website, Sneeder Chat, that he made. They didn't like that. They something's going on with my mic, really. Hold on, let me change the setting. How about that? Is that better there? Does that sound more better? What's going on, Mr. Hellbound? Chime in on the mic action there. Sometimes I have to change the audio device. It's scratchy, really. Huh. How about now? Is it better? Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's you have to like click a different. It's not loud enough. Well, damn, I got to be screaming on this thing. Yeah, I am noticing it's not picking. Oh, there it goes. Okay. A little bit mo. Bring it on up. Hold on, where's my adjustment? There we go. Bring it on up, 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 up. Right there. Is that good? Is that more better? What's going on, Krim? What's going on, Zor? Welcome, welcome, y'all. Ah, perfect. Awesome. Sweet. Good deal. Thanks for helping me tune that. Good. Yeah, boy. All right, let's jump into this. It's Z-Rex. No noise. We're live. What's up? It's 4/19 of 2023. It's about 9:30 in the a.m. It's 420 Eve, everybody's favorite day, right? Krim says he's trading a few positions this morning. Also the NQ. Oh, nice. Get it in. I like to trade the Russells, my favorite for the futures and stuff, or just the indices. But all right, let's jump into some Bitcoin, and we'll get to NASDAQ here shortly. Oh my God, what's happening? It's going to zero. What is this? Holy smoly. Well, this is only a 7-minute chart. Just kidding. See, on the big time frames, it doesn't really look that bad at all. But we are bears are trying to pull it down here. We did tap the 21. earlier this morning. Let's actually see when that was. Probably the overnight session. Yeah, 4 in the morning. Looks like it happened over the open of the European session. That's interesting. What the hell, Euro? You're not liking the Bitcoins? No Bitcoin for you? Anyway, on the daily, though, not any damage really done. We had this nice candle, then they engulfed on Tuesday, and then they're attempting to take it down again. We do have lower tails on the candles, so maybe that's concerning. I don't know. I just don't really, like I said on Monday, I just don't really care about bears. As long as we're above like 28,000, it's just kind of whatever. There's all the momentum right now is still mostly on Bitcoin side. Let's see. Ooh, hold on though. There actually is loss of momentum on the DMI. Look at that, y'all. We are back in the neutral zone. Bears are still way down here in the low zone between 10 and 16. So that's kind of how I do this. 10 and 16 is the weak zone. 16 to 26 is neutral. Above 26 is power zone. And below 10 is the forgotten zone. That means you're real weak. Anyway, so we are getting a little bit of laggy McLagson. Let's look here. Yeah, even on the RSI. Okay. So the struggle up here at the 30-ish K level is very real. You got this Doge. Really need to see bulls get back above that. Let's zoom in a tad. Yeah, we only actually had one 458 open and close. Well, actually, you can count these little tiny ones, but those are kind of lackluster. Any real girthy candles? We actually only had one, and it got immediately rejected right here. So that's interesting, but again, not to overthink it. Above 28K, it's fine. Is it getting a little bit heavy? Possibly. Let's zoom out to the weekly. I mean, whatever. Above 28,000, same shit, different day. Let's move on. Futures showing the same thing. How about GBTCs? GBTC kind of also showing the same thing. Let's zoom in to the 3 hour on GBTC. Oh man, you don't see the both in the power zone very often. That's pretty rare. So, but again, I mean, as long as we're above 28K, whatever. I don't. Let's not overthink this, and let's move on to the next one. Oh, look at this. Ethereum plugging below 19, about, what is that, 1960-ish, just a tad below there, right off the 21. EMA on the daily coming right back up to 2,000. Hey, that's not too bad. If we can close this daily back above 2K, that would look fairly okay as like a little liquidation break down to the short-term 21 EMA. Can't really hate that. The only way I start to get concerned, y'all, same as Monday's video, if we start camping below 2,000 on Ethereum and 28K on Mama Bear. Until that happens, I mean, we're going to have pullbacks. Nothing goes up in a straight line. So I put up that silly chart of the face dumping on the 7-minute, because people will get a little bit too emotional when they start looking at those low time frames. Low time frames will do that. They trigger your emotions a lot. So if you're getting a little bit too tilted sometimes, just ratchet your time frame up. Unless you're an intraday trader, most people don't really have any business on anything less than a daily. All right, let's see here. ETH futures, whatever, looks fine. Above 2K. 21 is all the way down at 19,000 on spot price, which is a little bit different. Actually, about a $50 difference than, on futures price. About a $50 difference from spot price. But 2K is the real level that matters. Brutal. Look at that. That's pretty nasty. But look where it is. We're finding support on the 21 EMA again, and also right on the trend line. So it looks like we're going to have a common theme here. We were kind of looking for a little test of this breakout zone. So hopefully that's just what this is for the bulls. Again, we start camping below some of these areas, then we can get concerned. But as of right now, it's just a little break. Got a little pause. It's all good. Oh, gosh. Range trading. Look at this. Range trading works until it don't. Here's another great example. Right to the top, Doge, right back to the bottom. And finding support so far right there at the low 20s. Range trading is awesome, y'all. If y'all don't range trade, I encourage to try it. Just buying the lower third, selling, the half or upper third, and then flip it. And then you can just keep doing it until you can't. So, And what makes it can't, I would say 2 or 3 open and closes outside of the range is generally what I use for that. So you had this one right here. You got 1, 2, 3, and then it dumped pretty hard. Also was a false breakdown and got immediately bought back up. So anyway, range trades, they're awesome. A tad bit below it and a nice bid up. I mean, so the bulls are defending those critical zones that we've been speaking about, 48 cents being the one on Ripple Me Nipples. So that's not too shabby. Is it, like I said, is it getting a little bit heavy, possibly up here? It's just, I think it's a little early to call that. We have to see how this weekly closes. That'll probably give us a good raging clue for maybe some possible pullbacks into some deeper retracements here. But right now, it looks okay. We're just kind of getting a little sell pressure. And that's kind of across the board if we scroll down our list. Like everything's kind of selling off. Oil, gas, bonds. I mean, even gold selling off. All the majors have been selling off. So it's just kind of a little bit of a heavy hump day, if you will. All right, XLM. Oh, man. This one actually already did the deep retrace. This one is getting hit a little bit harder. We're already coming back to test the breakout zone at about 10 cents, 9.5 pennies. If we can defend this area, the bulls, that would be good for just a little liquidation break for continuation. But like the 2K and the 28,000, as long as we're holding above some of these critical horizontals and levels, then it's okay. Only if we start camping below there, like later this week, then we can start getting concerned to going back into the range of crap, the crap range of just boringness. Oh, look at that. Tron isn't really selling off. 1% down. That doesn't really mean anything. Not in crypto land. Just more consolidation. I mean, this one still looks okay above 6.5-ish pennies. No problems there. Just kind of lollygagging around. No momentum anywhere. On oscillators, nothing. It's just super sideways. So there's nothing to add on to that from Monday's stream, which you can't watch now, but if you want to watch it, they do get uploaded to YouTube. So if TradingView decides to take off my streams because I put a link to a website in there, whatever, they do all get uploaded to YouTube. So you can just go check them out over there. And it's the same. Well, it's actually not ZREX or my handle on here. It's actually No Noiz Research on YouTube. If you just search No Noiz on there with the Z, Noiz, it will pop up. Anyway, Dot selling off. So it looks like we're either getting kind of sideways or a little bit of retest of the horizontal mid-range. Perfectly acceptable. Like we were talking about last week and earlier this week on Monday, nothing goes in a straight line. This is actually better that we're getting the sell-off now because it can build strength for the chart later. So don't be getting scared. All right. Oh, look at this. ADA right off the 21, right off of the trend line, right off the tops of here. This is just a retest, y'all, so far. Only if we keep camping or continue to camp lower and get below some of these levels does it get concerning. But as of right now, it just looks like liquidation break time. Linky Poo. Oh, Link, look, it got out of the range just a tad. Almost hit $9. We were kind of looking for a little stretch to this $9 area, which it likes to kind of go to, low mid nines, and then gets rejected hard. But hey, we're just at the first attempt at getting out of here. So as long as it's holding about, I'd say 780, it looks okay for that attempt to still happen, which is just, right above it at that 942 level. Then we might be looking for a big dump fest right after that. Because look at this, every single time, just within like less than a week, it pretty much goes to the other side of range. It's pretty brutal moves by the Link Marines. EOS, oh no, riding below. This one actually looks a little bit worse relative to the EMAs. If it closes below like $1.10, this would be a little bit heavy. I never like when I see a body take out multiple EMAs in one swipe. Now, we do have 9 hours left on these candles, so that is a little premature to expect that, but it definitely could happen. If it does kind of close back up above that 115 area, that's okay. That would be a decent defense move by the Bulls. But yeah, depending how this closes, this one might be one of the worst ones, but it's also EOS, so who really cares about that? A lot of people hate Dan Larimer too. So much hate in the crypto land, man. Hi there, Casey Lewis. How you doing today? Happy hump day. Oh, look at this. Bitcoin to cash, top of range, sell off, back to the mid range. Again, finding lots of support on those 21 and 55 EMAs, kind of across the board. And we did notice this vol flash up here, which actually ended up giving us a good counter trend signal. Again, these are neutral. The HV historical volatility indicator. It's free. You can just click on here and search it on here. You just type in HV historical. Oh, there's the one I like to use. Ballyport makes some really good indicators if you're looking for one. So throw that on your chart. I think it's very helpful. Again, it is directionless, but it can provide very low moments of volatility. And we bring those up all the time. So if you don't want to look at it, just come into the chat or into the channel for a little bit and listen to me rant about it. Because you can see, look at this pivot point right here. Man, on the money. Bitcoin actually has a bunch of them too. We've talked about them a lot. Here's the vol flashes right before the major pump. I mean, could it get any better than right before that pump? Not really. Could it get any little better before a little mini pump and big dump, which actually does happen a lot? You get counter trend rallies. But again, it's not directional. It's just saying that big moves are a coming. So that's how I like to use it. Oh, BSV, you little bitch. What are you doing here? A daily close below 34.20 on this. Of course, it has to be 420 since that's tomorrow. 34.20 if the Bears could get this and the body below all that and engulf all this price action, that actually would be pretty bearish. We'll have to see. Again, 9 hours left, so plenty of time. I will say if by the close of today, if we see a lot of these candles just come way back up and close above these ranges that we've kind of are looking at, depending on which we look coin you want to peep. If we get these bodies back up into the average of the previous, couple weeks of bodies, that would actually be a really good sign for the bulls. That would look really good. We'll see if we get that at the close. So be on the lookout for that. Where'd I leave off? BSV. All right, XMR coming back to that upper 150s area. Big point of contention there. We start getting below that 155 area, I'd get a little concerned. Again, it's like the same thing on most of these charts. We're just testing kind of the breakout zones and the shorter term EMAs. Nothing to be concerned with yet. Hey, Casey Lewis has got a CXT. He's got the long entry at $49 with the stop loss of $2. All right. How do you, just out of curiosity, how do you come up with like your stop losses and stuff? Is it just like a percent base you like to do? Do you change that? I'm just curious. Everybody's got a little different flair. If you want to chime in on that one, because some people might want to trade like that. There's just so many ways to skin the market cap. There's not just the way to do it that makes money. That does not exist. Zcash doing the same thing. Oh, Dash, what are you doing? Back to the bottom of range. All right, so if this candle, all right, so this is like kind of on the backs of that chart a minute ago where it was taking out all the EMAs and moving averages with one candle. So if this thing did close down here like this, below like $55, that would actually be a pretty nasty candle, and that would really be threatening the bullish positioning on this Dash consolidation. And we do have a lower high right here, so they couldn't even get higher. So that does kind of suck. If this, let's say it does and assume it closes down here, bulls would need to defend this area swiftly and just pretty much rally it back to the middle of range, or this definitely will start to get a little bit heavy. Dash kind of looking like one of the nastier charts so far. Oh, but not Doge. Look, Doge just got bid back up right after it dumped. Man, these 7-minute candles are pretty much useless on Doge. But you can see it goes down to about 8.7, and then we're already getting some pampage. Oscillators, everything looks still very good on Doge. You're even getting the 200, which is the dotted line right behind here, starting to creep on up. I love this slight creep above about 8.5 pennies. I ain't got no issues with the Doge. Weekly, we got that resistance right there at 9.3. So, man, you can see that too. Look at the dailies both went to 9.3 and have stalled so far. So pretty formidable resistance there for the Bears right there at about 9.3. We start even probably getting a 458 or even like a 3-hour. Let's see if a 3-hour closed above it. Well, we had this doji type thing one time and then a rejection immediately. So yeah, I bet you even a 3-hour candle open and close 9.3 probably gets some pampage on the Doge. STX, this one doesn't look great. So this one and Dash kind of in the heavier camp. It's still making higher lows and higher highs-ish. We're kind of in this no man's land. We got the higher highs, higher lows. That's why I say ish, because it is kind of getting challenged right now. Very, very neutral on both oscillators. Getting back below about 70. Let's go to the weekly, actually. Hold up. Looks like 73-ish. Yeah, about 73 cents and about 87 cents seems to be the range here. True Fi. Ooh, dump Fi. No, I'm just kidding. It's still getting caught here, looking a lot like STX. Higher lows, higher highs-ish, while we kind of just consolidate. We do have mega support right beneath us at about 666, the devil's number. Below there, ooh, yeah, then we can start threatening to make a lower swing low here, and that would suck. XRD. Oh, man, this bitch. Pamp Fest. Yeah, we got to this point of contention. We were talking about on Montag on Monday. There's likely some selling pressure here. It just pumped real hard all the way up to almost to the top of this box, right about 15, and we're getting rejected. As long as it's holding about 9.5 pennies, 10 cents or so, I'm kind of expecting it to kind of chop around in this range of mid sixes, mid sevens. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, mid sixes is all the way down at major support. So the weekly open and close, though, above the 55 would look pretty good. But, I mean, this is straight up vertical, man. These moves are not sustainable and usually turn into like an A pattern where it's just like bloop, bloop, something like that. Just depending where this gets caught now by the bulls will be interesting. Hopefully they can just catch this little liquidation break and defend the upper 6 handle on XRD. But very nice pump, man. Very good. But, again, man, TA, look at this. You go back over here, all this business before, rolling over or pumping real quick. And you can see we got right in that contention zone, and it got rejected. So when in doubt, look left, y'all. Casey says, just testing it for a long time and feel like it works best for not getting stopped out too much. Okay, well, that's good, man. I hope it works for you and you make all the tendies, bro. Oh, hexagons, barely holding on, doing nothing. We do have this candle. Monday ended up closing kind of nasty, taking out both of the EMAs. So I would lean slightly heavy on this sub 7.5 pennies. You do have the 200 coming up, creeping up on you, a little bit above 420. Hell yeah. But this candle right here, I'm not a huge fan of this candle and the struggle so far. Kind of just getting bled out ever so slightly. Let's look at even so on the 458, back below the 200 MA on the 458. So definitely a little bit heavy. And it's also agreeing with that 7.5-ish area. So below that, slightly bearish. Hopefully that doesn't start creeping into a lot of stuff here. Dump Fest over here as well, but getting caught on the 21 so far. Man, there's some big selling across the board today. What did the Europeans start this morning? What the H? Anyway, still looks okay. Retesting. So far, just liquidation type breaks. These daily closes might give us some clues. If they start closing below lots of EMAs across the board, I'd be a little concerned. Adam, just coming back to test the trend line. Is this just going to be the bump and run? We get out, bump over it, run a little bit, and then take off? Oh, shit. Or sorry, get over it, bump it a little bit, then run and take off? Very well could be. Very well could be. What changes my mind on this guy? Getting comfy below 1150. Osmos. Oh, man. This still looks perfectly fine above about 81 pennies. We get below 81 pennies, that would really suck. Or if this daily closed below all of these EMAs, that would also really suck. But until we see either one of those things, it's all good in the hood. Ton in the crypto hood. Wow, look, it's sideways. Cool. That's just lovely. Still above the 21. I mean, this one has just been so boring. Above 220, it's fine. It needs to get above 240. This bitch has really been in this 20-cent range for way too damn long. And that's it. Nothing's changed about that. ES. All right, let's go to normie markets and let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, looky here. We're also getting the bid up from the bulls on traditional markets. Very interesting. Come to the trend line. Get a little acting like we're just going to dump off. Again, started right around the Euro session, which opens at 2 a.m. Central Time, and just dumped all the way to right before the open of the U.S. session. Pretty interesting. Odd. All right, well, whatever. Look at this. Test the retesting this breakout zone. A lot like crypto, still riding the trend line. I mean, we got that major resistance at 42. We're defending it so far. Really, this 41 handle, man, has a 4100 handle. Sorry. The 4100 handle has a lot of contention in it, just ping-ponging back and forth day after day. So until we really get below 4100 or above 4200, it's pretty much range trade mode for me. Same with NASDAQ, kind of between this 13.3 and 13 flattish area. Same little box range. I mean, until it gets above or below that, it's range mode for me. Are we losing a little bit of momentum here? Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. Definitely a little bit. But, I mean, the bears are still down here in the weak zone, so it's not really anything to care about. And they probably won't get any Momo until it gets back below 13K. YM, the Dow. Oh, there we go. We just hit the NASDAQ for you, El Haj. I hope you caught that one. So, yeah, again, just to reiterate, if you didn't and you're just kind of listening, 13.3. That's the range. Above, bullish. Below, not so bullish. Dow just kind of, dude, the Dow's actually pinging up here on the end of this next major resistance. You can see it's just been kind of climbing through, blew through this one, consolidated on this next little horizontal resistance support zone, blew through the top of that one. Now we're kind of just chilling on the underneath of it. There is a lot of resistance here, though. You can look going back all the way to April 2022. I mean, there is mega contention at this 34.4 area. Let's go to the weekly. You can see it real good. And let's clean the chart up a little bit just so we can look at bodies. You can see mega contention there where my cursor is. There's just lots of slices through all them bodies. So mega resistance at 34.4, which is how that horizontal is derived. And so did I put it at 34.20? Of course I did. At 34.20, we start getting above there. The next target is all the way up at 35.7. Woo, man. And we do have a pretty aggressive trend line, kind of something like this, somewhere in there. Kind of split the difference between the wicks. Something like that. It is a little bit aggressive. So we'll keep that on. So far, so good, though. Let me get my oscillators back for the 3. All right, so this is a little bit different. We do have the bears are attempting to gain control in the 3 hours. So there is something that actually is decently bearish on something out of what we like to look at. I know that probably sounded dumb, but out of the tradables we're looking at, the Dow, we definitely have a little bit of bearish activity with them attempting to gain Momo here. So that's kind of interesting, especially right at the top of range. they'll get real fired up below 33.9 on the Dow. Russell has been the concern for us for the last, probably month almost. And until it can break this trend line and get over it significantly and get some momentum back for the bulls, you have to be a little bit cautious, I think, on the overall market. I've mentioned it a bunch of times in the last week or so. The Russell holds lots of banking exposure, especially regional banks. And, we had that Silicon Bank crap, whatever, First Republic, some other things. Schwab even got slapped. I mean, there's been, probably 5 or 10 that really have gotten hit. And so we're seeing that reflected in the Russell here. So is that still an issue? And I would wager that it is kind of an issue still. What would change my mind on that? If this would break over like 1820 and get comfy above 1820, at least on like a handful of dailies, that would look pretty good. But you can see even here on the weekly, we just got a lot of pressure, man, on this index specifically. So it's still fairly bearish. The bears are actually trying to regain their dominance today as well on the rut. So 1800 is no joke. You can see bulls are trying to defend it today. Even if we zoom in, sell off in the opening of the Euro session, get just 10 points below it, and the bulls have rallied right up to 18 though. Are they going to lose it here? I don't know. But I think the biggest thing is not intraday stuff for this, is more longer term macro. Is this still signaling banking issues? Tranny index just still doing absolutely nothing. Is this kind of building not a symmetrical triangle, a ascending triangle? Yeah, you could probably argue that. That looks fairly clean. And if we take a semi-conservative, looks like top of the range is the target. Go figure that it would be there. But yeah, I mean, we get up to there, we're still just in the stupid range. So nothing really to add on to the last videos from that. Man, look at DAX. DAX is still creeping on up. I will say something that's interesting about DAX is, look at this. There is no power zone on the DAX. We are below the power zone. We're in the neutral zone for the bulls, and we're at like almost all-time highs. You see this? All-time highs are at about 16.2. So we're almost at all-time highs, and we have no power momentum on the DMI. That's a little bit concerning. Let's look at the 3 hour. Nothing on the 3 hour yet. So, I mean, as long as it's grinding up this 21 on the 3 hour and really holding this 15.8, if you don't want to use EMAs and just use horizontals, then it's okay. But that's a little bit concerning. I would like to see bulls get up here in the power zone to kind of solidify this. Oh, Shanghai Pump Fest 3000. This thing still looks really good above 33.50. I cannot get angry about that. Obviously, we got the little test of the bottom of all this range, the previous local high. So, of course, there's going to be a little bit of a break here, but I still cannot hate this above about 33.50. So above that, looks fine. See if the EMAs can catch up, provide some support. Back below 33.50, we probably go into the range, and then y'all already know the story. VIX is dumping still on this sell-off day. That makes sense. Because, yeah, dude, the VIX has been acting so weird the last couple years. It's been very crazy. Some people think it's totally broken. I don't know. There's some theories about 0 day to expiration options, or 0 DTE is what they're referred to as, and how there's like record volumes. It has like more volume on the short term, like intraday, intra-week options than like most of the other chains combined. So it is kind of weird. And the way the VIX is calculated with, I believe, like it's like the 18 or 20 day and like the 30. So it's just too far out. Maybe they need to adjust the calculation a little bit, as everybody does crack time frame trading now. So that's just I don't know. It's just kind of a funky thing here, just breaking down. But what's not breaking down is VIX futures. Why is this holding up still? I don't know. That's really weird. Usually VIX and futures in the cash VIX are very, very closely correlated, but right now they definitely are diverging. So that's interesting. And we are getting volatility on VIX. Look at that. Yesterday and today is picking up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Getting back above 100. Y'all already know. We watch that 100 level like a hawk on this show. If we get over 100, you got to be getting ready with the bear spray because that means they might be coming at you. We're not there yet, but we are bouncing fairly aggressively here. And with that divergence between VIX and cash VIX, it is a little bit interesting. Man, oil getting faded off that 82 level. Not too big of a surprise, but look, we are getting caught by the 21 like a lot of stuff is today thus far. We are back in the range, though, so you could treat this as a false breakout here. And we do have this gap, so maybe the Bears want to go fill this gap real quick, and then the Bulls will defend it, and we'll have continuation. But a failed breakout above 82.50, very important level. We've been talking about it at the channel for almost this entire year. So, again, it comes into play with almost a breakout. But, if we camp under this for the whole week on oil here below the top of this box, I would consider that a confirmed false breakout, and I would be looking for this gap to fill. So something to look forward maybe if you want to reload or you're an oil trader and you like to get short oil. All right, NG, holy crap. All right, y'all. So is this thing going to pop above the 21 like it has for infinity days apparently and just sell right back the F off? It kind of, I would not be surprised. Why not? Like, literally, why not? Major resistance at 242, of course. It's got to be 242. And major support at like 210. So we are trying to break out over the 21 EMA, but finding mega resistance at 242 again. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, maybe if the weekly could close above like 228, that would look pretty good. But just the struggle in that gas is so real. I will say this is like the best consolidation we've seen since the doom started back in the internet. Why? Why would you do that? I don't know if that kicked people off or not. Doesn't look like it has. Maybe I'll just wait for a second. Does it kick y'all off if it says disconnecting on my end? I don't know. I'm not sure. Not sure how that works. TradingView, you little bastard. I'm just going to wait for just a moment while people probably reconnect or something on the TradingView disconnecting me with my $120 internet at allegedly a gig. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Spectrum. Monopoly internet. Anyway, wow, look at this. Bonds continuing to sell off. That is very interesting. We were mentioning that on Monday. That is this signaling that rate hikes are going to keep on hiking? Possibly. Dude, we even have like a megaphone pattern on this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that, man. Megaphone pattern. Faux show. Very interesting. Oh my God. Are we about to go test the bottom of this thing? Dude, if that happened, what are we going to go to like 8% hikes or some shit? Man, that would be brutal. The market would not like that. I would look for tech stocks to really get slapped, and that would probably actually hurt crypto pretty bad too if that were to happen. So keep an eye out on this chart. Actually, I'm going to throw an alert on this real quick to see if this breaks the middle of the megaphone right about here, because I definitely want to be alerted about that. Notes showing the same thing. And again, TMF, like we were mentioning, false breakouts come fast moves in the opposite direction to the other side of range. Looks like this is playing out pretty much to the T. We do have some decent support right here on this gap because it didn't quite fill here. It looks like we're about to go fill it, and that is at about 810-ish. So kind of interesting. Will we go to the other side of range? Possibly. Technicals say that there's a high probability of that happening. TNX rallying hard, man. Watch that 369 level. That just sounds cooler than 370, right? We were saying 370 forever, but we'll say 369. We get above 369. Dude, that really adds more pressure on the bonds and the rate hike action. Man, so bonds are kind of saying we ain't done hiking. Dixie just kind of Dixie kind of just finding some resistance at the 21 EMA. Kind of same thing. Dixie Euro is pretty much the same chart inverted. Gold. Oh man, look at this. It did the dip thing kind of like crypto and some other stuff. Did it do it over the Euro session? Yes, it did. Dump fest. So man, something triggered some sellers. They all banded together and were like, hey, let's all sell overnight together. It'll be fun. We'll have a kumbaya bear party. Apparently, though, it's getting defended very well by the bulls, and we're already back over 2K. That's pretty nice. That's actually very good defense by the bulls. I do like that. As long as we keep staying above 2K, all good in the hood for gold futures, man. Really would like to see, and then by the end of the month, and at least an attempt to break out over this 256 area. Silver doing the same thing, getting bid back up. I like this. I ain't got no problem with this. Little hammer candle at the top of range. Still looks very good above. Y'all already know, 24.20. It's really got to break 24.20 for me to be concerned. Maybe if you were like really short-term trading, you could use like this swing low that we just made, which is, oh God, 24.75. So let's split some hairs and add 50 cents to that. Whatever. I'm sticking with 24.20. Not 42.20. We haven't seen that since I bought silver last time. No, I'm just kidding. I did buy some silver back over in these days. But before that, though, the last time I did buy, which I've shared with y'all, is I have a great position here with my premium and everything. I think it was about $44. I mean, I talk about nailing the top, man. I'm an epic trader, apparently. That's the first time I ever got in, though. Damn, that's 12 years ago. That's freaking crazy. Holy moly, dude. Time flies, y'all. It really does. All right, let's go to platinum. Wow, platinum is at over 1,100. Very nice. It just spins for me. I have to really reload the page and hit play again. Ah, damn. All right. Well, thanks for coming back. Anyway, major resistance here at this 1 or 11.15. Wow, I did not expect to see this on platinum. This bitch is running, dude. Very aggressive. We're getting nice opening EMAs on the weekly to the top. Obviously, that resistance is very solidified on the weekly, looking left all the way here. It's really at about 11.20 to 11.30. But wow, I mean, it did the same little dip this morning. Overnight session, but it said, suck it. The bulls said, nah, bitch, we going to the moon with this. Man, above 11.20. Let's go out to the monthly and check it out. Let's see. Yeah, above 11. Oh, my God. So frustrating. Like, how can I get that to where it doesn't happen? I feel like rent an office with a T1 line or some shit. I don't know. We ain't doing that yet. Maybe in the future someday. 11.20. That's where we are. Sorry, I'm getting a little tilted by my stupid, crappy internet connection. Very lovely, though. This thing looks so good above 10.50. Very nice. Wow, more follow through on palladium. So on Monday's stream, we were talking about, it's interesting, palladium and nat gas are rallying, because the last time they rallied really hard together was right before the escalation in Russia and Ukraine. So kind of interesting, man. And this is a very pretty saucer pattern down here on this launch. This looks very good above 15.20. Again, a little bit interesting that we're seeing that go up in lockstep with nat gas. So, and with VIX kind of acting weird, that is odd, man. Maybe some caution is warranted right now, because I know a lot of people are like pretty bullish overall. I feel like is the sentiment, especially in crypto land, but kind of overall melt up talk and shit like that. I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit vigilant here before as the summer approaches us. Well, how come I don't have a trend line on there? What the hell, man? What is wrong with me? Look at this perfect little trend line bust. Ba-dow! Nice. All right, GDX. Back on track. Oh, what the hell? GDX. This kind of is a head and shoulders type pattern on the 3 hour. You can slightly see a real tight one on the daily. So maybe that's concerning short term, but until it lost like 32.50, I can't really get bearish like at all. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. Above 32.50, it's all right. And we're still kind of climbing up the 21 EMA. Bears trying to get back in the neutral zone, but keep it simple. Above 32.50, it's fine. GDX to the J is already testing the previous support and resistance zone at about $40 flat, right up against the weekly 200. So obviously major resistance there at mid 42s. It's okay. It definitely seems a little bit kind of like turning into a range mode here between like 42 and like 40 possibly. So it's interesting. Still above the 21, and as long as it's above this little cluster, I can't get too bearish, but just kind of have that thing in the back of my head now, seeing some of the platinum or the palladium and platinum running. There's a lot of platinum also in Russia. And then the nat gas thing, I don't know. That is kind of interesting. Got to chew on that still for the week. All right, we don't need to look at that. Let's go to blockchain stuff. Let's go down to our minor index. Minor index still looking fine. It's just lollygagging up here for the last week. As long as it's riding this trend line in the 21 and staying above, that 340-ish area, it's fine. It's fine. Only below that will I start to get concerned. You can see actually a lot of these took little dumps, but a lot of them recovered already. So, except for Voyager. Voyager can't recover. It's dying. It's dying a slow death. Core's dump, also recovering. I still kind of like this chart, even though it's got this Doge right at 50-ish cents, right below 50. That is the major resistance. Above 50, man, this thing goes into, I bet it goes to like almost $1 pretty swiftly. But we're kind of just struggling right now. Back below 38 cents. And I'll probably exit most of this position that I have on if we got below 38 cents. Let's go look at sector majors. Now is the time to throw it in the ticker box, y'all. Troll box, ticker box. What the hell? I guess it could be called the ticker box. Whatever. If y'all want me to look at some stuff before I sign off here shortly, throw it in the box now or forever hold your ticker. Oh, man, kind of selling everywhere except for defense. Yep, here we go. Utilities kind of flagging out here. Man, utilities above 70 actually looks pretty damn good. Banking kind of just lollygagging still on the lows. Look at these regional ETFs just accepting price on these lows. Nothing really happening yet. Yeah, just pretty nasty still. How about the major big boys? Oh, they rallied pretty good back above this major pivot at 32.60. So that's pretty good. Oh, but between the 200 and the short-term moving averages like this, I do not like taking trades between there. There's just too much fuckery. It's like 50-50 on direction. It's usually pretty violent too, so easy to get trapped in a bad trade on those. Apple's up. Bank of America selling off a little bit. How about JP Morgan? What the hell? JP Morgan said suck it on earnings earlier. Wow. Okay. I guess that makes sense because all of the people that went and opened accounts there from Silicon Valley Bank and stuff like that. So they're getting some of the love of that. Netflix rolling over. Man, this NVIDIA chart's interesting. Just lollygagging up here, not doing shit. Right at a major pivot point. Lots of resistance at 280 on NVIDIA. That is, the struggle is real. Above 280, we might test new highs, which is up at about 340. Ooh, that's a lot to ask, but could happen for sure. A big move coming up. You can see this vol flash up here at the top while this consolidates. So it looks like it's probably either going to go fill this gap or go up to probably, let's see, yeah, like 320 or something. Probably have like a 220 or 320 coming up on Nvidia. And that's range trade stuff. Breaks below probably 250, probably look for 220. Breaks above 280, probably look for 320. Easy peasy. Don't overthink trading, man. It's the worst possible thing you can do. That has cost me probably more money over analyzing and overthinking than most things. That and not following my trade plan definitely are the big ones. All right, I think that's it. I don't see no tickers. Oh, excuse me. I don't see no tickers. Let's see, it's solar. We haven't looked at solar in a while. Let's look at the ETF. Just keep it simple. Okay, interesting. Very sloppy. Man, it is consolidating like a mofo, though. Look at this. Well, maybe not. If I can draw it correctly. Look at this. Bam. Dude, this is like a crypto triangle. You usually break it 70-something%. This bitch is like 80-something% filled. This you usually don't see on traditionals fill them out so much. It does happen, obviously, but man, this is going to be big moves here coming up soon on some solar stuff. We take a conservative move. We either have a breakout to all-time highs here on a measured move or to zero, it looks like. No, just kidding. It's about $44. So pretty interesting on this one. Let's go look at a couple individual ones. Yeah, they have kind of the same pattern. Let's go look at Enphase. That was a great performer for the last few years. Looking a little heavy. Starting to look at little distribution-esque here. Very neutral on oscillators. Got lots of bearish divergence on the day or on the weekly. Sorry, oh crap, on the weekly. Ooh. Earnings coming out here looks like next Tuesday, so maybe that gives a little momentum to break, free of this range here, the shackle range. Interesting. How about First Whoa! First Solar. What the man got over this horizontal? What the hell's going on here? This is surprising as hell to me. We had all-time highs? No. We had that back in Obama days. Mega. Let's actually put a horizontal up here so I don't have to zoom out on the monthly all the time. Wow, this is actually a pretty crazy, decent chart. It does have bearish divergence, 3 stabs here, here, and here, or even 4. Although, it's kind of pretty much 3. But regardless, man, this thing looks really good above like mid 190s. How interesting, man. Is solar getting some loves from some building back Mo Beta plans or something like that? I don't know. This is pretty interesting that First Solar is pumping so hard. Very nice. Big gap way down here. It's $75, $85. Holy moly. And a little one right here. That would be a hell of a gap to fill. That is very interesting, huh? I haven't looked at solar in a while, so I just kind of had this weird urge to look at it today. Oh, God, this looks like it's dying. Window. They were going to do I had a cool idea, the company did. They were going to put solar panels into windows, but they're clear. So it's like on an office building, so you can still look out, but it's picking up solar. So that's an interesting idea, but I guess it's not really working. All right, I think that's it. I think I'm going to wrap this biatch up. Yes, I am. We'll look at Mimi stocks real quick. Yeah, I bet. Dude, BlackBerry might be becoming a buy here soon. I kind of like this chart. I like this pump on the earnings. I like that it's coming and doing bump and run style stuff. One of the best chart patterns is bump and run. I think it's one of the top performers. If you don't know about that, I mention it all the time. Go to thepatternSite.com. Thomas Bulkowski's site. He's kind of revered as the badass for chart candlestick patterns. It's got a lot of data on there. You can spend many, many days and hours over there. But anyway, I like this above about $4. Looks pretty interesting. AMC, cost, space, nah. Planeteer also might be an interesting one. I don't know if it's an AI play per se, but I CXT, what Casey printed. That was one thing. Holy crap, dude. What the hell is this? Manufacturing, industrials, crane, which manufactures aerospace equipment, electronic systems, and flow control systems. Man, interesting, man. This is a huge mega pump. Was that the 1618? It's close. About 47 bucks. That bitch is straight up. What'd you say? You're long at 49? Whew, man, that's ballsy. Long and way up here. I mean, can't super hate it. Would I take that trade? I don't think so, and especially with earnings coming up. That's pretty high risk on Monday. Earnings could make or break that trade pretty easily. Man, and buying this is all-time highs, isn't it? Let's look left. Yes, it is. Wow, this thing pretty much just goes up. What the hell? I've never heard of Crane. Interesting. Crane NXT. Remember an NXT coin back in the day. But I mean, overall though, still looks bullish above 43 bucks. As long as it's above $43, can't really hate it. But man, that thing is very, very vertical. I'd be looking for some kind of correction here soonish. All right, wrap up time. Bitcoin, just stay above 28K. It's whatever. It's got to get below 28K. Yeah, we can dance around, do what you want to up here, but until it's below 28K, whatever, man. Not a big deal. Liquidation break. Ethereum 2K. These daily closes today though might change my tune a little bit. And again, it's in 9 hours, 8.5 hours. So that might change my tune. If these close a little bit heavier to the downside, I might be a little bit more bearish and lighten my crypto load just ever so slightly. Because I'm full enough in right now where I can trim 20% and still having quite a bit in exposure. Maybe just take a little bit of profits off the table. But again, I'm going to wait until this daily closes and probably for the weekly on the futures for Friday close to kind of see what's up. Above 2K, though, it's fine. Above 28K, it's fine. Above about 95-ish. I mean, really like this 94 handle. It's okay. And we're just retesting the breakout zone. So it's okay. It doesn't look terrible yet. And I think that's about it. That's kind of the same thing for most of these charts that we're getting selling pressure. But most of them look to be liquidation breaks thus far. So until we do a little bit more damage than we've seen here, then we can start getting concerned. And until then, let's just kind of be cautious and be a little cautiously bullish here just because we have that platinum, that palladium thing, that nat gas thing, the way the VIX is, the way bonds are pricing in. They're kind of calling bluff that they're going to stall out on the rate hikes right now. So that's all a little bit newer information for the last week or so. So that is definitely noteworthy to pay attention to. And also to reiterate, the Russell can't break out yet. I'd really like to see the Russell get over 1830, 1820 to really kind of put the Bears more on the back burner versus just right now they're on the side burner. So see if we can get above that level, getting rejected again at 1800. See how these dailies close. We'll follow up on Friday morning for that show and see if we got some. Well, we will have some more data, but we'll see if it's some good critical data that gives us new information. Because sometimes you get new data, but you don't really get new information, That probably sounds weird, but like this, just for an example, real quick before I sign off, you got new data technically printed on like this 2 weeks in a row, but it didn't really give you any new information. It's just in the range, right? Just whatever. So thank you, Hellbound. You also have a great hump day, and I will see you on Friday. And also to everyone else, I will see y'all on Friday. Thank you very much for tuning in. I much appreciate it. I'll be again back on Friday morning Sometime between 9 and 11 is my target time. I know I've missed a couple of those or whatever. I'm doing my best, juggling some stuff, just life and businesses and all that. Y'all know how it is. But I will be on Friday. Also, happy 420. Yes, thank you, Zor, for mentioning that. Maybe I'll do a special 420 stream. Just maybe. We can have a little smoke out 420 stream, possibly. If I got some time tomorrow, I do have a bunch of stuff. I got to pick up a couple cars and some other things manana. But possibly we can get on for a little smoke sesh 420 live stream. That might be kind of fun. Anyway, much love, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see y'all soon. Happy trading. Happy hump day. It's been Z-Rex with no noise signing off. Peace.